नमस्कार नमस्कार, मेरा नाम है राजीव कुमार बजाज और प्रदीप नंदियाल जी मेरे साथ हैं। जी हाँ, मैं प्रदीप नंदियाल जी के साथ हूँ, मतलब, और आप देख रहे हैं नेशन नाउ, VRKB शो ऑन नेशन नाउ। प्रदीप जी, मिस्टर ट्रम्प, द ग्रेट मिस्टर ट्रम्प, whose war with Iran has now entered the 14th day, 14वां दिन हो गया सर, ईरान की लड़ाई का 14वां दिन,
40 days,
14th day today, मतलब ये हद होती है। इन्होंने कहा था 2 दिन के अंदर सब कुछ हो जाएगा, 14वां दिन हो गया। और वो कल G7 की मीटिंग एड्रेस कर रहे थे ऑन वीडियो कॉल पे, और कह रहे थे that Iran is about to surrender and there has been a huge rally in Tehran। 2.5 लाख ईरानी बाहर, 2.5 लाख से ज्यादा, 3 लाख करीब थे, और उन्होंने कहा है डेथ टू अमेरिका। वो तो कह रहे हैं कि भाई हम तो लड़ाई करेंगे।
the point is how it's affecting India. It's going to affect India. My Prime Minister Modi says there's no reason to panic. Your LPG supplies are on, your petrol, diesel, there's no going to be shortage, but it's not happening.
Not happening.
It's not in the commercial places that have been affected. Every resident, as Rahul Gandhi said, it has reached your doorstep. It has reached your doorstep. The scarcity of gas cylinders have reached your doorstep. It's a final warning.
तो प्रदीप जी, अभी आप बता रहे थे कि जो गैस सिलेंडर जो लोग बुक कर रहे हैं, जिनके पास गैस सिलेंडर है, पाइप्ड गैस नहीं है जिनके पास, उनको कहा जा रहा है 25 दिन के बाद बुकिंग लेंगे।
Exactly.
ये क्या मतलब हुआ भाई? तो आपने क्या प्लानिंग करी है, ये तो बताइए। सरकार ने क्या प्लानिंग करी है इसके लिए? मैं मानता हूं वॉर डिक्लेयर हो गई, सब कुछ हो गया, लेकिन आपको मालूम तो होना चाहिए था कि CNG, compressed natural gas, LNG, लिक्विफाइड नेचुरल गैस और लिक्विफाइड पेट्रोलियम गैस, आपको मालूम है हिंदुस्तान में इतनी नहीं बनती है, और जो बनती है वो आप एक्सपोर्ट के ऑर्डर आप अब जाकर के आपने बैन किया है कि एक्सपोर्ट नहीं करेंगे। एंड बाय द टाइम this gas which is being produced in India reaches Indians, it's going to be what, at least a month?
And we don't want to know what's happening in Pakistan, what's happening in Bangladesh, what is happening in Nepal. We are not
concerned.
We are not Pakistan, and we are not Nepal. The point is, what have you done? We have elected you. This is the 3rd time you've been elected. People have total faith in you. We don't want to listen to what Congress says. We want to listen to what you are doing. You have to see that there's no shortage. We don't want to know if there's a stabbing out in Pakistan because of non-availability of fuel. We don't want to know what's happening in Bangladesh. There's riots happening because of non-availability. There's rationing out there. We want to know that, as Rahul Gandhi warned, is scarcity reaching your doorstep, and we're worried about it.
And Pradeep ji, most importantly, when Iran gives permission to Indian flag tankers to move through the Straits of Hormuz to be able to go to Mumbai, and a couple of them have actually docked in Mumbai, you claim that as a big credit to yourself. You say, भाई हमने करवाया, लेकिन जब LPG और CNG और LNG की शॉर्टेज होती है, तब आप ब्लेम क्यों नहीं लेते साहब? तब आपको जिम्मेवारी लेनी पड़ेगी ना। अगर आप क्रेडिट ले रहे हैं और हम आपको क्रेडिट दे रहे हैं कि मोदी जी आपकी डिप्लोमेसी की वजह से हिंदुस्तान जो है वो इस जंग में शामिल नहीं है, लेकिन जंग का ये मतलब नहीं है कि हमारे यहां पे इतनी शॉर्टेज हो जाए। व्हाट डिड यू प्लान फॉर इट? एंड एज फार एज रशिया इज कंसर्न, फाइनली व्हाट हैपेंड, एंड लेट्स एड्रेस द एलिफेंट इन द रूम। CNG और LPG की शॉर्टेज है, मानते हैं, लेकिन सबसे बड़ी शॉर्टेज जो अब होने वाली है प्रदीप जी, वो फर्टिलाइजर्स की होने वाली है। अरे 25% से ज्यादा फर्टिलाइजर आपका गल्फ से आता है, और बुआई का सीजन अभी चालू होने वाला है। 13 अप्रैल के बाद, बैसाखी के बाद कटाई होगी, उसके बाद मई में बुआई का सीजन आएगा। The sowing season will start for the kharif crop. What are you going to do for fertilizer? Because today is only the 14th day, and I don't see this war coming to an end.
The hoteliers have said we've got 2 days of cylinder stock with us. After 2 days, we don't know what's going to happen.
They're all shut down.
Chote, and the Ramzan ka mahina hai, irrespective of whatever we call religious sentiments, or the point is the poor men are going to face the brunt, who eat the daily wage laborers, जो बाकी बाहर जाके बड़ा पाव खाते हैं, बड़ा समोसा पाव खाते हैं. It's going to be inflated costs because the gas costs are increasing. The per cylinder cost of gas शायद 1050 से लेकर 3000 तक हो गया. So the poor man, the poor vendor out there is going to pass it on to the consumers. And what if the consumers don't have that money in the pocket?
That's right.
That's going to be a big problem. जो गरीब से गरीब लोग हैं, they're going to be the most.
अरे जो छावड़ी पे जाकर के बाहर हॉकर के यहाँ जाकर के हर रोज खाता है, वो चाइनीज की जो रेडी होती है उस पे जाकर खाता है, आप मतलब कर क्या रहे हैं? मुझे तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा।
He's going to be the most affected.
Yes.
The most poorest of poor is going to be the most affected, and that is what is worrying the country. It's not the middle class, the super rich. They are not concerned. They are not bothered. 1000 की जगह 3000 दे देंगे, सिलेंडर भी ले लेंगे, ब्लैक भी ले लेंगे। पर जो गरीब से गरीब आदमी है, उसका वड़ा पाव जो 20 रुपए का 40 रुपए होता है,
वो हो जाएगा प्रदीप जी 75 रुपए का, या 100 रुपए का। वो कहां से देगा बेचारा?
कहां से देगा?
तो मतलब खाना नहीं खा सकता। मतलब खाना नहीं खा सकता वो, सबसे बड़ी बात ये। और दूसरी चीज जो ट्रम्प साहब ने कहा ना कि ईरान जो है वो सरेंडर करने को तैयार है, हथियार डालने को तैयार है, बिल्कुल नहीं होने वाला। Iran has been preparing for this war for the last 20 years. Let's be very clear. It is just that Israel was not able to find a patsy for a president who would actually do their bidding and attack Iran. All presidents, George W. Bush Sr., George W. Bush Jr., Mr. Barack Obama, Joe Biden, everybody, the Israelis tried to convince everyone, and everyone said, no, we will not attack Iran. They found a patsy in Donald Trump, and Donald Trump said, oh yeah, sure, go in. Epic fury. Look at the way he says, epic fury.
And the point that motivated Trump to go into war, probably, as you always talk about, is Epstein files.
Yes.
That has posted the motivating factor. But let us change the topic, what's happening in the nation and the world. Let us talk about Epstein and let us think about war with Iran. We want to destroy the terror camps there. We want to destroy
What
the
terror camps? There are
organizations.
no terror camps.
It was first nuclear. Iran
Nuclear
is building
weapons.
nuclear facility. And now there's no nuclear facilities and we could destroy terrorism that is emanating from, rooting from Iran. Now, where is the terrorism? It is Hezbollah is there, Hamas, Houthis. Yes, definitely.
But they were always there.
They were always there.
So you don't need to destroy Iran for that.
Bilkul.
You need to destroy the Hezbollah headquarters. You need to destroy Hamas. You know exactly where they are. And as far as the Houthis are concerned, you've been trying to destroy them for the last 10 years. And they've been fighting back. You've not been able to destroy them from North Yemen. What's going on here?
You're not. So your war against nuclear facilities, that is over. Now you're talking about terror. Terrorism is a problem.
Sir, nuclear facilities
We
were
are
always
facing-
there.
we are
Nuclear
facing-
facilities were always there in Iran for energy, to generate electricity. They're there. But there is no weapons grade material available with Iran right now. This is what the CIA report says. I am not saying it. It is the CIA report which says that actually. And there is a guy called Pete Hegseth,
Yes.
who's the Secretary of War. Look at the titles these people give themselves. Secretary of War. How does he get out? Do you know, Pradeep ji, I have a proposal here. I have a proposal for Mr. Trump. Trump saab, zara suniye. Please listen to this. The only way you can get out of this war is if you have a mediator who's trusted by all parties. By all the Emirates, by Israel, by Saudi Arabia, and by Iran. And there's only one man, and that is Narendra Modi. You ask Prime Minister Narendra Modi to mediate in this crisis. That's the only way you'll be able to get out of this.
Then Trump has to surrender to Modi.
That's right.
You cannot dictate terms then.
Yes.
Put it this way. If you surrender to Modi, you say, yes, Mr. Modi, I agree to whatever you say, then probably there's a solution. Or Iran has
Otherwise,
said,
there is no solution.
We are going to fight to the graves. We are going to fight till we hit the graves. We are ready. There's no surrender. There's no talks. There's no
Today is
talks.
Friday the 13th.
There's no ceasefire and there's no surrender. That's what Iran said.
Today is Friday the 13th. In any event, Friday the 13th is considered a very unlucky day all over the world. Not in India. In India, we don't care. The war started on 28th of February when you launched an attack on Tehran. You killed or martyred the supreme leader of Iran, Ayatollah Khamenei. At the same time, your cruise missile, your Tomahawk cruise missile landed on a girl's school. लड़कियों के स्कूल पे आपने हमला किया और 160 के करीब बच्चियां मर गई, 186 according to 186 according to one other estimate. Is that what you've come to? Is that what America has come to? You're killing little girls now? Is that what you're doing? Just so that you can escape the Epstein files? As somebody said in the United States of America, we used the whole news cycle before February 28th was more and more revelations from the Epstein files. Now it is more and more explosions from the entire UAE, Saudi Arabia, Israel and Iran. From revelations to explosions. Pradeep ji.
Trump, first he was very arrogant, says we're going to destroy, and then saw that Iran is not getting destroyed. No, Iran is bothered. They're going to fight to the last man.
Yes.
Then he said, he pleaded. He said,
Yes.
it was a plea that why don't you come and unconditional surrender? Pleading for an unconditional
Are you
surrender.
mad after killing so many people?
They said, how many times? And Iran responded, how many times you've been and every time you negotiate, you hit us.
Yes.
There's no talk about that.
The last time,
then-
Pradeep ji, the last time Iran negotiated with the USA and Israel attacked Iran.
Exactly.
This time again, when they were in negotiations, and the Omani, the Omani government had more or less worked out a solution, and suddenly out of the blue, the Americans have hit Iran again. I agree. The Iranis, the Iranians, what are they doing? क्या कर रहे हैं? United Arab Emirates में अटैक कर रहे हैं, दुबई में, अबू धाबी में, इधर उधर 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 नहीं करना चाहिए. But the logic as far as the Iranians are concerned is ये इन सब जगह पर क्या है? American bases हैं. वहां से आप अटैक लॉन्च कर रहे हैं हमारे खिलाफ. अगर आप वहां से हमारे खिलाफ अटैक लॉन्च करेंगे, so it is open season on you.
The right to retaliate. The right to retaliate.
Which is why
Yes.
बहरीन में उन्होंने पूरी अमेरिकन फैसिलिटी को डिस्ट्रॉय कर दिया. अब now Trump साहब says 6 American soldiers were killed. Actually, the number is much higher.
There are many soldiers have committed or sacrificed their lives for US.
And yesterday, from Saudi Arabia, they airlifted 15 critically injured US Marines to a hospital in Germany. Now, what's going on here?
All the
Finally,
bases.
Pradeep ji, the Americans are going to ask for accounts. They're going to ask, why are you sending our kids out to die? Why don't you send your own kids?
That is the next step where he said that if the war doesn't end, he'll send foot soldiers into Iran.
That's Vietnam.
And that's going to be suicidal.
That's
going to be
Vietnam.
suicidal, and then it's a prolonged war which no way of
Ending.
it. There's no disengagement.
Sir, Iran is a very big country.
When we look at this, we trust and appreciate the Prime Minister Modi, that the time of disengagement was perfect. When he got a call, he said yes, the stop to the war, because we
The
have
DGMO called and he said
achieved
yes, thank
our
you.
objectives
Thank
of
you.
destroying terror camps of Jaish-e-Mohammed, of Hizbul Mujahideen, and wherever we can strike, we have struck them, the headquarters of terror organizations. We have destroyed
And-
people
and 19
airfields.
That's
In
right.
that we had also Murutke airfield where the US base was there. And ultimately, everybody came to know that the US base out there in Murutke and 3-4 more places. Now the point is, the right time to disengage. What do we call, in spite of all the criticism, Modi taking the right decision at the time, the right to disengage at the right time. And that's a greatest example for the whole world.
But
We
that's
have
great.
prolonged war everywhere. Russia versus Ukraine, a superpower versus Ukraine, nothing has happened to Ukraine.
Both here.
Nothing has happened to Ukraine. It's still fighting. The war is going on. And here also, everybody thought Iran is going to be a Passover. But Trump thought it's going to be a Passover. It is not.
It is
Iran
not.
is fighting back to the last man.
Do understand this. The Americans thought that Iran is likely to be like Iraq, like Syria, like Libya, or like Venezuela. Now please understand, Iran is based on an ideology. These are Fatimids. They've been fighting the Sunnis now for the last 1,500 years. You expect they will roll over and die in just a couple of days just because you've got a few bombs and you are better equipped than them? You gotta be kidding. I don't know which world do you come from. And now, please listen to this. The Iranians have got hypersonic missiles. They've hit Tel Aviv already, and the Israelis are not allowing footage of Tel Aviv to come out. Tel Aviv से जो footage है, वो Israeli allow नहीं कर रहे हैं बाहर जाने की. अगर मान लीजिए एक missile, if it hits just one missile, if it hits a US aircraft carrier, what do you think is going to happen then? Trump's war is over. Let's be very clear. Trump has already been defeated. I'll tell you why he has been defeated. He has been defeated because the Iranians have not surrendered. Trump has been defeated because he said there would be a regime change in Iran. There is no regime change. In fact, there might be a regime change in the USA. Once the midterm elections are through and the Democrats get a majority in the Congress and the Senate, Mr. Trump, you'll be impeached. And after that, you're going to go to jail. In fact, the regime change might take place in the USA. It won't take place in Iran because the Iranians have been preparing for this war for 20 years. And by the way, in the end, just one small thing. 1953, one of the most popular leaders ever in Iran, Mossadegh. Mossadegh साहब elect हो गए, साहब prime minister बन गए. He was one of the most popular leaders all over the world. Mossadegh साहब ने क्या किया? ईरान की जो ऑयल इंडस्ट्री है उसको नेशनलाइज कर दिया. कहता Iranian oil is for Iranians, not for British Petroleum, not for all these American companies and so on and so forth. What happens? Winston Churchill requests the American president, the Americans get into the act, the British and the CIA and everybody else gets together, and what do? They depose Mossadegh in a coup and replace him with the Shah of Iran. Now, point is this, You guys started this way back in 53, 54.
And it's still continuing.
And you are trying to do it again.
Which are no pro-governments, you're trying to disengage and totally overthrow the governments. That we have seen all across.
That's right.
The Venezuela airlift of the president, kidnapping him, putting him in prison there. What happened in our neighboring countries, where Bangladesh is concerned. Most of these things,
Sir, Libya,
no favorable. No, every government that is not favorable to you,
You replace it.
everything to overthrow the government and install a new government.
And grab oil.
This is something that is serious.
The fact is, any country which has oil but no nuclear weapons, that is an open target for Americans. यहाँ पर हमें मोदी जी की तारीफ करनी होगी साहब. मोदी जी ने जिस तरीके से जैसा प्रदीप भाई ने बताया, ऑपरेशन सिंदूर कब शुरू करना है और कब बंद करना है. ये बंद करना बहुत बड़ी चीज होती है. कब बंद करना है, कब विड्रॉ करना है. भैया ऑपरेशन सिंदूर पार्ट 1 खत्म हो गया, पार्ट 2 अभी शुरू करेंगे. लेकिन नो फर्दर एक्शन. दैट शोज स्टेट्समैनशिप. फैंटास्टिक. ईरान की लड़ाई हो रही है सबसे, हिंदुस्तान से नहीं हो रही है. क्यों? क्योंकि मोदी जी ने वर्कआउट कर लिया है. हमारी दोस्ती इजराइल से है, हमारी दोस्ती अमेरिका से है, हमारी दोस्ती सऊदी अरेबिया से है, और जो बाकी जितने भी अमीराती हैं उन सबसे दोस्ती है, और ईरान से भी दोस्ती है. सबसे बड़ी बात ये. सो हैट्स ऑफ टू मिस्टर मोदी. Maybe Mr. Trump should learn from him, and maybe right now Mr. Trump, his only exit route is one. एक exit route है उनके पास. He should call up Mr. Modi and tell him, please mediate. The Iranians will listen to Modi. The rest of them will also listen to Modi, including Benjamin Netanyahu. Otherwise,
There
Mr.
is
Trump,
an
you're gone.
ongoing war in which US has no way other than engulf itself into.
And as the CEO of Aramco says, we are looking at a catastrophe because the Straits of Hormuz are closed. The point is, the whole world will now have to pay for Mr. Trump's folly. That's what is going to happen. Well, that's it as far as tonight's show is concerned from both Pradeep ji and myself and Nation Now. आप सब लोगों को नमस्कार. भारत माता की जय. जय हिंद.
Jai Hind.